What's going on? What's going on, guys? Vitai Bean is here, and welcome back to another episode of Today's in Crypto Show. The Bitcoin and the crypto prices keep rising. It's quite evident right now that we are in the beginning phase of the bull market. We have a lot to talk about today. We'll talk about how US dollar is losing very fast on the trend its status as a reserve currency. We'll talk about the Bitcoin BRC20 new standard token that may be the cause of why there is so much rise happening right now in the market, and we'll see the technical analysis, of course, what is up in store for the prices. So let's get started, guys. We have seen a pretty good run for the total cryptocurrency market, up to $1.18 trillion right now. Bitcoin is holding steady above $28,000, as well as Ethereum above $1,800. And you can see, based on how we close the last couple of weeks, there is some fight happening between the bears and the bulls. A little bit of uncertainty right now in the short term, as you can see right here, just following the candles, that both the bears and the bulls are right now fighting for the next couple of weeks of where we're going to go in direction. But it is quite evident that we are in a bullish territory. We are above the 200-week moving average right here, this blue line. And if we're gonna fall in the short term, that I expect it not to go below the $25,500, which is the line of support right now, as we did have the breakout. And if we're gonna close above $30,000 moving on the outside, the next move can easily take Bitcoin to $35,000, which is confirmed by many traders. Now, I want to show you guys the Bitcoin ordinals daily inscription surge with the introduction of BRC20 tokens. That's right, with BRC20 tokens, you can actually do some pretty cool things on top of the largest decentralized blockchain in the world, which is Bitcoin, of course. While ordinals are non-fungible tokens like digital artifacts which carry data in the form of text, JPEG images, PDFs, video and audio formats on the Bitcoin network, which never happened before. The BRC20 token standard utilizes ordinal inscription to deploy token contracts, mint tokens, and transfer tokens. Think about minting tokens on Bitcoin blockchain, similar to Ethereum ERC20 token standard. So this is pretty cool stuff that is happening right now, and I believe this is part of the reason why Bitcoin is so bullish right now. Bitcoin price targets fixed on $35,000 as Bitcoin eyes massive liquidity squeeze. There is a very low liquidity actually that is happening right now. I mean, I'm on all this craziness with US bank runs and collapses happening. Basically, there is low liquidity for Bitcoin, for people to buy Bitcoin on the exchanges, and low liquidity that dropped to 10 months low level is basically make it for the price of Bitcoin to go more up, because there's not much liquidity, there's not much Bitcoin out there on the exchange that basically people can sell, right? So there is less supply, which means the price is moving up. So that's a good thing. So according to this chart, and look at this, Bitcoin can go to $35,000. We already seen this breakout, but this will be the minimum price target, 35,000. The cup and handle pattern reversal, which is what we've been seeing happening right here on the Bitcoin chart. So if we're gonna crash the $30,000 level, which is a pretty heavy resistance level, if we'll be able to just smash through this level easily, it will go to $35,000 next. Now, here is the big thing that I want to talk to you about today. Change that hasn't happened in 100 years is coming, and we are driving this change together. Russia, Asia, Africa, and Latin America to use Chinese yuan to settle trade instead of the US dollars. So the US dollars, the global reserve currency, is nearing its end. No more money printing. So look at the global reserve currency since 1450. We can see Portugal for 80 years, Spain for 110 years, Netherlands for 80 years, France for 95 years, Britain for 105 years, and USA 94 years since 1921 as a global reserve currency. So all the way since 1450, and you can see the average is about 100 years. So we're right now in 94 years. So we are essentially approaching the end of maybe USA, the US dollars as the global reserve currency, maybe. And if this is the case, then the US dollar is going to weaken, which means the Bitcoin price can rise more. But US recently has been really cracking down on crypto, right? And because of that, the companies are moving away from United States to innovate someplace else. It's because of this new macroeconomic report published recently in March, and they are smashing crypto. So according to Kaiko CEO, the center of gravity is going to go to Hong Kong, where it's becoming now more crypto friendly. And Coinbase wrote 1 million tech jobs are at risk of going overseas as the US government goes down the path of regulatory uncertainty. The EU, UK, UAE, Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, and Japan are all creating environments for crypto to flourish so that they can capitalize on the next wave of innovation. We're already starting to see that. Hong Kong is charting its own Web3 path despite China's anti-crypto stance, and China's state-owned banks turn crypto-friendly in Hong Kong, which offering services to local cryptocurrency companies in Hong Kong. Previously, they were not so friendly. Now they're friendly once again because of the situations happening in the world. And you can see Elizabeth Warren, which is a Massachusetts senator, is touting building an anti-crypto army in a new campaign ad. So all of this is not really adding to USA being so crypto friendly. They're pushing the talents and the firms away. Now what happened with Arbitrum, which is a layer 2 network on Ethereum, it breaks up government's votes after community backlash. Basically, they have proposed for the owners of the coin, Arbitrum, to go and vote in the DAO for the decision that they have already made. So basically, according to Chris Black, there is nothing decentralized about Arbitrum or optimism. Just because you can use a network without permission doesn't mean it's decentralized. Both can hold the chain, modify any code, censor any transaction, freeze any wallet, or steal from the DAO. So this Arbitrum is the most popular, of course, layer 2 blockchain. It's optimistic rollups. It has $5.86 billion in total value log. This situation is not looking so good because they are not being able to be transparent and accountable for the ARB tokens that are making basically decisions in the hands of a handful of people and not really operating as a DAO. So that's a problem, and that's why you want to go with layer 1 blockchains and not with layer 2 blockchains. And that's why I'm very bullish on the Ultron blockchain because it is building its own ecosystem, and it's layer 1, and it's really awesome in the way that they are designing the system. We already passed 19,000 plus in accounts, so that's pretty cool. And it's have a huge roadmap to reach 100 million users. So layer 1 blockchain, I believe, is definitely the way to go. 3 reasons why Ethereum price can reach $3,000 in the second quarter. So there's a lot of things going for Ethereum. The Shanghai upgrade, we have the Ethereum price nears potential breakout right now, and the target of this breakout is about $3,400. So we can see Ethereum reach the $3,000 level in not so distant future from now. So load up on Ethereum, in my opinion, not financial advice. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other coins, if they're gonna break through right now, then the other altcoins are going to skyrocket. We have the surge of the Web3 gaming, right, with all this Sony and PlayStations, and the Aptos Lab co-founder basically is talking about this bridge between Web2 and Web3, and gaming is gonna play its role by 2026 with $321 billion and many players that are crowded into the market. So there's a huge future for the Web3 gaming. And regarding the centralized social media like Twitter, Twitter is killing legacy blue checks, is a wake-up call to the dangers of centralized social media, according to CyberConnect CEO. And I agree with that. The social media platforms that are today is very centralized. They're making decisions the way that they want to make decisions, and basically it gives a voice and way for the Web3 builders advocating for a decentralized way forward for the social media platform. That's why I believe in the future where the dominant players in the social media space will be decentralized applications and not using Web3 and not like centralized companies. So there will be a big change happening in this regard, and we already have a secret project, the social media decentralized, that Ultron Foundation has started to build. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how that is going to look like and when it's going to be developed. And finally, we have the US government selling $250 million already, plans to dump another $1.1 billion, which is not a small amount. And that's why in the short term, we might see some dump for Bitcoin, maybe to the $25,000 level. But we are definitely in a bullish territory. And if we're going to see some correction, I would buy the dip, because it's been confirmed that we are in the bull market. So thank you so much for watching. This is my short update about the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. Subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with what's going on in the crypto world, and I will see you in the next video updates.